Namaste everyone. Thank you once again for taking time out of your busy schedules to join with me, your host is Devi tonight. This is Cosmic Visions. As always, let us please begin with some calming meditation, some peaceful thoughts, and some powerful harmonies. Let us harmonize our breath with the universe. Take a deep breath. So many of you are supportive. Thank you for your love and your support and your inspiration. Remember that Om Shanti means I am a peaceful soul. Take a deep breath. Shiva Dabar. So many children are looking on. Thank you so much for encouraging your children to join with some peaceful meditation. Let us relax our mind. Salina, Shazad, and Sarah Bulbul, put aside the popcorn for now. Let us remember to put our hand on our hearts. Take a deep breath. While you're connecting with the Supreme, we are all part of this deep and powerful Supreme Being. Let us remember that our light is within us as always. Savi Samaru and John and Marcus and Sandra. That sacred sound she's singing about, that is within us. That sacred sound is not outside. When we hear noises in the universe, when the ocean, when the waves keeps gushing, that's part of us. That's part of our thoughts. When we hear the trees and the breeze blowing, that's also within us. But if we become spiritual, peaceful souls, nothing will disturb us. All the noises on the outside will become calm. Have you ever gone to the beach? You're seeing all the waves hitting on the shores. But the ocean, you may think it's moving, but it's not. The ocean waters doesn't move, it's your mind that moves. Yeah? Always remember that thought, that energy is within us. Remember the light is always shining within you, within us. The sound of Om Shanti is actually the earth and the sky and the entire universe. Let us remember that we are peaceful souls. Some of you are watching me, but you're becoming distracted. I can see you moving. Some of you are sending me beautiful thoughts, thoughts of love. But that love, it transcends beyond this universe. Right, Rachel Kansami? Happy birthday to you, my love. I know tomorrow is a big day. Happy birthday to you. Let us sing. Angela, my friend in New York, I'm sure the time zones are the same now. No excuse. We are not stuck on the train. Om Shanti Om Shanti I'm a peaceful soul. Om Shanti I'm a peaceful soul. Sing with me. We are all part of this peaceful family. Giving life to the soul, meaning staying calm, relaxing, being peaceful, giving life to your soul, for your spirit. Om Shanti. Dispel the darkness. We are not born in ignorance, are we? Yes, realize that you're a soul. A peaceful soul. Don't let anyone take that away from you. Margaret Cho, Chandrika Dari. Shakti means power. The power of peace can melt the hardest stone. Diane, my love, thank you for sending that powerful vibration. We are peaceful souls. We are all peaceful souls, right? No one can take that away. No one can burst our bubble. Shanti, Om Shanti, I'm a peaceful soul. Om Shanti, Om, I'm a peaceful soul. Om Shanti, Om, I'm a peaceful soul. Thank you so much for your love, Indra Ramatan. My thoughts and my prayers are with you and your husband. And to all those that are suffering, who may have a little illness and who may not feel well right now, we are all praying for your recovery. Andrew, I know you are still hurting for your grandma, but she is in a better place. Let us remember that we are souls first and foremost. We are not just this body. Our bodies may operate at a lower frequency, but our souls, our minds, should always be operating at a higher frequency. And many a time, many of you will say, you know, Sister Devi, you talk about spirituality and you talk about peace, but we don't see that from you. And I say all the time that I have nobody to provoke. You know, my children are not here with me, even though we call each other and we chat. But I like it when people provoke me. It gives me something to look forward to. That's why I write my posts the way I do. It's because it brings a little sarcasm, a little silliness. We all need that, otherwise life will be too boring. So I know many of you may read my comebacks, my comments, and say, you know, I think someone said this evening, will you think you is God? And I didn't get a chance to respond, but I don't have to think it. We are all gods, or we can also be demons. It depends on how you look at it. There are people who just love to provoke me, send me WhatsApp messages and tease me and test my patience. And I messaged someone back today and I said, do you still hate me? And the person saying, no, I love you more. Because they were coming at me with some silliness and I lashed back, and it was, you know, tit for tat, as they say. But it's all in good faith. You know, I don't hold anyone in contempt, as they say. I don't hold anyone in my mind, as many of you may think. No, I don't. I love my enemies. I need them. They may say, oh, I don't need haters. Somebody said, oh, we don't hate you, who are we going to hate? And I said, in response, I told my friend, I said, they could hate Winston. And the person said, no, Sister Winston is a man. He's good looking, so they will, you know. But it's just all joke, right? You know, but we don't hold all of that in our minds. We don't carry hate with us. We don't carry animosity and negativity with us. If other people want to carry that, hey, listen, that's all well and good. That's on them. So tonight I decided, many of you were messaging me privately and say, well, how come you didn't say anything about the Meghan Markle and Harry interview with Oprah? Well, first of all, Oprah will not pay $1 million for an interview like that. That's juicy gossip. And many of you, maybe me too, who knows, we like a little gossip now and then, but this is a worldwide kind of juicy gossip. Meghan Markle was coming out with some serious allegations against the monarchy, right? And that would not bode well for them. So I decided to do a body language analysis. Too bad I don't have a background to show you, but just so you know, I don't read minds. I don't like doing that because to me, what's at the top of the mind, that's what people would usually read. Normally for me, I would go at the bottom, the lower levels of the mind. And when I say a body language, I'm talking about, when somebody uses their hand, or they look away from the camera, or they do their eyes like that, or they pout, or they look blank, just blink and blank, as they say. So that's what I'm talking about. And someone wrote on my page today, and she says, oh, everybody already did that, so you're going to steal from other people. I didn't have time to read from other people. Everyone is different in terms of reading body language. I was not professionally trained by, by someone with a degree and so on. My training came from my life in New York, my life on the trains, on the buses, in Brooklyn, I guess, in Queens. In the city, I would sit outside during my lunch period and I would just look at people. And I told you all this before. I started reading from shoes. So whenever I went to the temple, people would take their shoes off outside. And exactly how they put their shoes, you would be surprised. Even when I came back to Trinidad, you will see people were flinging their shoes by outside the door, and it's how helter-skelter, anyhow, they'll put it right. No. What I did was, if you have two pair, you have a pair of shoes by the door, you can pick up a lot of vibration from that. Especially if and in America, they don't usually wear new shoes to temple because somebody's always going with somebody else's sneakers or with somebody else's heels. And that's true to God talk. You could ask the pundits, you could ask people in New York, you could ask the West Indian community there. Somebody's always going away with somebody else's shoes. So you don't really wear new shoes or sneakers to an event, at a wedding, if you have to take out your shoes at the door. So therefore, we are talking about shoes that are really worn, right? So I wouldn't stand up and stare at people's shoes, so to speak. But by looking at it, I would be able to pick up a few things. And what I would do is go inside and I would pinpoint who that shoes belong to, right? So my training was on the streets, as they say, right? Usually you too, you all can do these things, not just reading shoes, but you all know if somebody's sad, if somebody's depressed, if somebody is like, maybe contemplating suicide, those type of thoughts. Everybody is psychic. Everybody is intuitive. Children, however, we are all born with these gifts. And up to 1 to 7 years old, children are highly psychic. And they may see things that you don't normally see. When a soul is passing on, they become very psychic as well. As soon as you see their eyes and you see that glaze, you know that they can see things normally that normal people, you and I, we will be able to see. But once you develop your psychic abilities, body language, there are professionals out there that does that for a living. I don't. All right. So whenever I see like government employees or ministers and so on, I keep those thoughts to myself because Trini people like to gossip. And the world, corporate America, you would think people don't gossip, but oh my God, it's worse than Trinidadians, all right? Most Trinidad. I have never met a Trini who don't like to gossip. I'm telling you the God truth. So with that being said, I decided to do a body language analysis on Meghan Markle and Harry, and even on Oprah. Meghan Markle looked like she wanted to be, like she was crying or she wanted to cry. She was becoming emotional. But bear in mind that this woman is an actress. She may not be the best actress. All right. Now, if you notice also, Oprah had to prompt her. There was a part that she said that, Meghan Markle said that the talk came up about Archie, their son, um, being too dark, to be called a prince. And when Oprah said, hold up, who said that? She said, I can't say. And when Prince Harry was asked the same question, who said that? Everybody thought the Queen said it, but she didn't say it. That talk stemmed from Meghan Markle. Now, the reason why Meghan Markle, and I wrote that as the heading, she wants revenge. Notice that when she was dating Harry, nobody wanted her in the monarchy, in the royal palace. Not because she was African American or half Afro, or they call it mulatto. A mulatto is half black, half white, but I don't like to use the word black because to me black is a color. It does not define a person of African heritage. It's just as white. White is an absence of color. It does not say, well, a white person, that doesn't make sense. So the correct word would be Caucasian, no? Do you all agree with me? So far? So a mulatto in Jamaica, they say mulatto most of the time, right? Chandra Lakan, Chandra Singh, thank you for joining with me. Toran Singh Khan, I've never seen your name before. Yeah, so when Meghan Markle was asked that, it was she that brought it up. So think about some Trini people when they like to make bacchanal. I know there are lots of foreigners watching, so I'm trying to keep my English proper. But so when Meghan Markle was asked and she didn't budge, her body language was stiff, she was straight. And as well as Harry, I can't say who said that Archie would have been too dark to be at the palace. It was Meghan Markle who went to her husband beforehand and say, they're going to say our son is going to be too dark-skinned. And she pushed that into Harry's head. Why? From the get-go, nobody liked her, not because she was dark-skinned or darker than them. To me, I don't see them as racist because their heritage came from African descendants. Okay? They knew the bloodline, and the pure bloodline was the Africans. Who don't like what I have to say, partner, you can just click off right now. So the African, the Egyptians, or the Ethiopians, right? They actually merged with the white race, and that's how when you may look at somebody who's of Caucasian and think, they're very light-skinned. But the Queen, and that's the secret that they're holding, the royal palace. So they didn't have a problem with Meghan Markle's skin complexion. They had a problem with her attitude. So at the beginning, Harry tried to run away from her, but she knew how to manipulate him. Remember, when she married Trevor, I don't remember his last name. Some of you may know who, her first husband. She actually mailed the rings back, everything back, and she's like, okay, she didn't even say a love letter or a goodbye note. She actually just finished it like that because she was moving up the ladder. Trevor was a director of films, and so she was an opportunist. She took advantage, and then she didn't need Trevor anymore, so she went on. Then she hooked up with socialites as the ones in Canada who were very good friends with the royals. And from there, she weaseled her way in. I'm not saying she's not a nice person. She could be the nicest person or the worst person, depending on how. Meghan Markle could be deadly, she could be a saint, depending on how you look at her. Again, it has to do with her features, her body language, the way she would look, the way she would watch. Even Trump said in one of his speeches, I am sorry for Harry. I hope he knows what he's doing. Because Trump knows women. I mean, the man has been around. He said that because he knew women. He knew her. So when that part of it with the child, she started poisoning her husband's mind against the royals, against the family. Now here's another thing. She's not finished with She is not finished with finishing off the royals. She's not done yet. She has a lot of venom and a lot of anger towards them. Why? Because the Queen said to Harry, if you marry that girl, and his father said the same thing, and she said it in her interview with Oprah, that Prince Charles doesn't want to speak to his son anymore. Now look at it this way. Many of you in Trinidad got married to somebody and your parents and your siblings stopped talking to you all because they disapproved, right? Prince Charles had very good reason to disapprove of this union because they know people, they have been around people, right? Just, it's similar to how some people here, they sidestep their loved ones. Oh, you want to marry, you go ahead, but I'm done with you. I'm not going to talk to you anymore. I'm finished because you're not listening to me, right? So it's similar. So now she wants revenge because people brushed her off. You know, she spoke about Kate Middleton as well. Most of the hate and anger is geared towards Kate Middleton. I knew I said this before and I wrote it before, but here's some juicy gossip. Kate Middleton and Prince William, they don't really get along. Prince William only married her because the Queen said to Prince William, you better marry her. Prince William is going through a severe depression. There's no love between the two of them. All right? Here's another juicy tidbit. Kate Middleton found a way for Harry, Prince Harry at that time. He was very young and naive. You know, Harry actually fell in love with Kate. And you could see, if you go back in time, you'll see many things where you'll see him touchy with his sister-in-law to be. And she too was encouraging it, knowing that that was her brother-in-law. But Prince Harry, not understanding or knowing anything about relationships and stuff, you know, they were all friends, classmates and so on growing up. He actually fell in love with Kate and she encouraged it. And Meghan Markle knows that. I'm telling you all, Meghan Markle is not done with finishing off the royals. She has a lot of juicy gossip on the royals, the monarchy, and so on. Oh yeah. And Harry, unfortunately, he is, they say hoodwinked, you know. Trini say tutube. Yeah, somebody says a tutube. Yeah, he is, because she found a way to manipulate him. Everybody wants Harry about this woman because she can be very manipulative. Yes, she came from a kind of messed up home, and her father, you know, with the father and mother's issue and stuff like that. But people can make their way, right? They can change, as they say. But she found a way to be successful. I am telling you, if the news ever comes out, how much Oprah paid them for that interview, it will be nothing less of $100 million US. Because Meghan Markle needs all the money she can get. Now, to top it off, you probably heard of, I didn't see the entire interview. I was only looking for tidbits for the body language. Like I said, I didn't see or read anybody else's analysis because everybody has their own view. Nobody said that she was looking for revenge. I am the one saying it. And she's looking for revenge because of the distaste those people at the royals showed towards her. She will become the most hated woman in the world, whereas Princess Diana was the most beloved, was the most beautiful. All right? So there is definitely, nothing there to show, well, she really cares, because somebody who's at the palace or at the White House will keep secrets, even in Trinidad. If you have the prime minister or the opposition, I'm sure there are many secrets. But anybody who rats out somebody, that tells you what type of person they are. It just goes to show how underneath they can be. But Meghan Markle will not stop. And as I said, $100 million was the going rate. And everybody knows Oprah is about multi-billionaire. So giving away 100 million is nothing. To top it off, Harry said something about, oh, my dad left nothing for me. He gave me nothing. I am living off what my mom left for me. So you mean to tell me you grew up to be a big man and you don't have a job? What's your job? I mean, you were getting a stipend to go around the world giving speeches. I agree, I understand that. That's your job as a prince. But it's really tough to actually depend on what his mom left for him. My parents left nothing for me. I'm sure many of you would say the same thing. You had to make your own riches or whatever. But here it is. Harry is like living in, like, I wouldn't say a bubble. To me, Harry looks like he's on some kind of drugs. And if you look also the way Meghan Markle, he was about to say something when Meghan Markle cut him off and she pulled at his hands. And she says, no, wait, I have to say what I have to say. So you tell me, who's the boss? There are many marriages like that in Trinidad, around the world. But I'll give you an example. The wife learns to manipulate her husband from an early age. The man doesn't realize what he got himself into. And so he falls in love. I can tell you some stories where I warned some men, young men, don't marry this woman. You're going to go through hell. And the men said, no, I have to because I already promised her. And they got married. And eventually that marriage turned into like a manipulation game. You know, so they will abuse their husband. So you all think women alone are being abused. That's not true. There are men in society who are also abused by their own wives, right? So by the time they realize, well, they probably don't, but years pass and abuse upon abuse, 10 years, 15, 20 years, the man starts to break down from within. They may not be able to talk about it with anybody else because this is not a topic men like to discuss. You know, because society believes only women are abused, which is not true. Men also take a lot of abuse. Many of you may say, I hate men. That's not true. I love men. I just want to find the right one, that's all. You know, I don't know if he was born yet or if he's in Trinidad. I just looking for the right man.
Maybe some scams.
You know, not at all. Any man who flips cards, well, you know, that's a gamer, a player, a womanizer, as they say. I ain't looking for no womanizer. I don't care if he's ugly. Just look at me a good man, that's all. But anyway, back to the topic. Sanchez Bouncy Castle, Davida Hamid, I suppose, Saddam Hamid. Yeah, so coming back to Meghan Markle, like I said, she's not finished yet, but Harry seems to be under control by his wife. You know, so he can't say anything. So they prepped this conversation happened before this interview actually took place, because she had to tell Harry what to say. Now, if you look at him, he would look away sometimes, and his eyeballs will go up. He became a little bit emotional when he spoke about his mom. You know, that's a memory. That's the only good memories he have of, you know, because the poor fella, as a prince, you all think it's great to be a prince or a princess. Many young girls are princesses in their daddy's homes, and when they go out and have relationships, they can't because they don't know how to behave other than a princess. So you grow them up solid, you grow them up tough. Yeah, you should check out my daughter Sassy. She don't play, you know, because when she used to say, but I want to be a princess, not in my house, partner, you better learn to be a princess somewhere else, but you have time to be a princess when it have dishes to clean up and house to clean or house to sweep. But many parents, you know, spoil their children, but in reality, you're talking about Prince Harry, Prince William, you know. Prince William, like I said, is going through a depression, a total depression. And so is Harry. Harry was a very good bachelor. Everybody wanted to marry Harry. But this young lady, Meghan Markle, once she was in that door, she always said she wanted to marry a prince. There was even pictures of her at that, the palace, the castle, when she was a teenager. She always had this dream and she made it happen. This is like some people who make their dreams come true, right? So with Meghan Markle now pulling his strings, Harry had no clue what's going on. You may say he does know. You may say he's aware of what's going on. But remember, she put a wool over his eyes. You know, Harry, I am the only one that ever loved you. You know, Harry, your parents, your father, look at him. He's thinking of Camilla. He never thought about you growing up. If he had any love in his heart for you, he wouldn't marry her. Oh, and Kate Middleton? Oh, she's not done yet. If you look into Kate Middleton's eyes, she recently came out with she was out in public. She didn't say a word, but you could see how sad and afraid she was, because the truth will definitely come out. Meghan Markle is not playing this, I will take I will hide this information and I will do this. Oprah knows what Meghan Markle is all about. If anybody who knows people and knows how to read body language, it is Oprah. But this is juicy gossip. This is what sells. I'm sure Oprah made $1 billion by all these interviews. But giving Meghan Markle $100 million, that's no kind of money. That's small change. Pocket change, as they say. So as Harry continues to go into this deeper depression, like I said, there are many levels of the mind. While Meghan Markle suffered as a teenager, as a child, she is looking at not just financially benefiting, but she wants to be the most popular or famous woman in the world. She's not going to give up. It doesn't matter. She's never going to give up. There may not even be an attraction between her and Harry. I'm telling you, if Meghan Markle could have gotten Prince William, she would have gone for the big cheese. She wouldn't have settled for Harry. Because if you look at them, always touchy-touchy. They're always holding hands. And there was one where her hand was inside of his hand. And there were past videos of them together holding hands or holding here, right here. Whenever you look at somebody who's doing these things and holding on to their man like that, it's not because they are afraid of losing him alone, but it's also a part of control. If you ever see a man holding a woman by her shoulders and walking the street, or have his hand here, it means I own you. That's what it means. So there's some simple body languages I can teach you that you can look out for. You know, you may see a man doing this all the time, in Trinidad especially. That's because he's thinking, If you see, like this, sometimes you see a woman like this and she's holding her hand. She's feeling secure. She's feeling like, okay, I feel good. Especially some people pray like this. Some people pray like that. Some people like, oh Lord, I pray, That's because they feel faith. They have this faith. They have this love for God, this true love for God. So they're like, yes, I'm okay with you, oh Lord. Right? When you see them like that, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. It's because they are not sure. They might be praying. You may look at them and say they are praying, but they are not really praying. They are actually thinking of something else. So there's a pole in the middle. Right? There was another part of Meghan's interview when Oprah asked her something. I can't remember. Some of you may remember. Asked her something about Kate Middleton. And she didn't say yes or no. She said, She said, And, Rihanna Love, I know the music is a distraction, that's the most, but I believe all of them try to compete with each other. But anyway, to see who can make the most noise. But anyway, so there was a part where she said, And Oprah tried to prompt her, and she didn't respond to the question about Kate Middleton. That's because she knows what she's thinking. This woman, Meghan Markle, she thinks deeply about certain things. Like I said, she could goof off. She could be your best friend, or she could be your worst enemy. And Trump is the same way in a way too, you know. Once you go to college, and once you go through school in the US and you grew up, that's how most Americans, that's how it is. Sorry to say. Right? Yeah. So when she said that, it's because she's thinking deeply about there's more to what I have to say about Kate Middleton than what I should be saying now, which means she held back information. It comes back to many of you saying, but why does she want revenge? Again, a woman scorned is what? Right, Rani Hira? Yeah, Isabella Al says Harry is being controlled against his will. Of course, because she found a way to manipulate him, to make him believe that she alone loved him, and some women are good at that. Like I said, there are some women, boy, you don't want to cross their path. It doesn't matter if they are Trini. It doesn't matter what race they are. It just goes with their mindset, deep down, what they are actually thinking. Especially if a woman, maybe she has some experience before, she can know how to manipulate a good man. She will know how to, especially Harry. Many of you may say he had a girlfriend before, or many girlfriends before. But remember, these girls and them, it was all about this is Prince Harry. Nobody ever saw him as a normal citizen. He was always a prince. So when she got her hands on him, she always touched him. She put her hand on his back. She would hold his, hold on to him. And when he tried to release him, she would drag him back. Come here. It is because she owns him outrightly now. Like some women out there who owns a man. The man may actually have an extramarital affair. He cannot let his wife know, of course. But that's his only avenue of not sex, not about sex, but companionship. Because he can't talk to his wife. It's the same thing with Meghan Markle. Harry can't really have a conversation. She's the one who controls the convo. She's the one who says, Harry, your grandmother is a witch. She should have never brushed us off. And I believe it was about 4 or 5 times when Harry says, Grandma, can I come see you? And she says, no, not now, Harry. I'm sorry, I'm busy. And Oprah asked the question, how busy can she really be? In fact, Harry was the Queen's favorite grandchild. Everybody knows that. Because he was churchill, as they say, childish. And the Queen adored him. She loved him. But when Meghan Markle started to poison his mind, Harry, not just becoming withdrawn, but started to say, oh, you don't like her because she's black. You don't like her because she's from America. You don't like her because she's, her father and her mother divorced. That's Harry's behavior. But it wasn't just Harry making that up. It was Meghan Markle pushing things in the man's head. Like some of you women out there. Your husband or your boyfriend might actually like me, and you may say, who's she? That thing?
She always negative.
She always negative. She's Miss Doom and Gloom. Right? Listen, I don't want your man. I don't want your boyfriend. Keep him. I don't take damaged goods. I don't take anything that's damaged off the shelf. And like I said, I'm looking for a good man, not a damaged one. Alright? Elsie Ramjatan and Marie Valley. Okay. Why don't you talk about that big hardback Indian woman that married that little white boy? You sound jealous. And Marie Valley really wish talk about that big hardback Indian woman that married that little white boy. Who's she talking about? Anybody? I don't know. Because she alone in that little bubble of hers, that she's pushing needles, So her name is Anne-Marie Valley. Who is she talking about? Which Indian white boy? Which Indian woman with a white boy? Boy, you know which one? We don't watch Trinidadian news like that. We see somebody walking down the street and we are like, yes, is she? She feels she's all that. So Anne-Marie, you feel you's all that. Lena, girl, you don't want to line with me, right? You don't want to hang out with me. It's just old talk. So come Listen, I know people from abroad, they're watching, foreigners in Russia. I know people trying to be good, all right? But the Trini in me is coming out, all right? And Anne Marie, I should say, but who you feel you is? You know, you and we don't know who you talking about.
She even know you, but
She ain't even know me. She now join up. She want to be relevant, you know. But Meghan Markle is relevant because she's going to bring down the monarchy. She ain't done yet. This is not about just money, about wealth. The woman just made $100 million easy by letting you all know what's happening behind the gates of the royal palace. There are lots more secret. The thing with Meghan Markle, she's nothing like Diana. Diana was a hurt animal, as they say. If you look at the way Diana gave her interviews, she would have this kind of coyish way, and she would say, "Yes, my husband cheated," and she would be soft, and she would be so sad, and she would try to look the part of her emotional breakdown. You would look at Diana and just feel sorry for Diana because of the way she acted in front of the cameras. For an interview with, I don't know who she gave those interviews with about her life at the royal palace. There was one that she spoke about the reptilians, and she said they are snakes. I know many of you will say your in-laws are snakes and what have you, but no, these were real snakes. Diana was trying to give secrets. She didn't bad talk just any and anybody. She had a vendetta against Prince Charles' wife, right? And she had every right to be, not because she was the wife, but because she wanted to be the wife. She didn't want to be queen. Diana was honest in that she did not choose to be queen. She wanted to be the wife and the mother to Prince Charles. She loved her husband. But instead, there were two women that were fighting for Prince Charles right before he married Princess Diana. Oh yeah. But do you know why Kamala won that game? It comes back to women again. They will give you the saddest story. Some men are good at that too, where they will start to play the victim. Oh, I love you. I need you. Things like of that nature where women could be very vindictive or conniving. It's you I want. I always wanted you. Even though Kamala had a husband, she knew her end game was being Queen of England. She didn't care about Diana. The world loved Diana because there was always a piece of Diana within us. We had temperamental issues. We were jealousful. We were angry. You have a man, that's your man. Those are signs of most women around the world. So there was always a piece of Diana within us. Even men love Diana. In fact, Trump paid a lot of money just to get a date with Diana. And guess what she said? Oh, he's creepy. Like how we say sometimes a man will check you out and you'll be like, ugh, nah, it's all right, I'm a pass, right? Well, Diana was absolutely different, completely different. She was not spiteful. She could have destroyed the monarchy. She could have videotaped Camilla and Prince Charles together. Instead, she found a manipulative, or I shouldn't say manipulative, but a nice way. Typical, like a woman, mischievous way, the way I would probably do things. So she found a way to provoke them. So when they were having their engagement, she was good with some of the paparazzi. So she set them up and she was on a boat with another man. She knew the paparazzi would follow her and not Prince Charles. So she took away from their big day. She was always doing things like that. And she would grin about it after. Because she was mischievous, just childish. But when they hurt her really badly, the queen got involved because this was Prince Charles, her son. Obviously, the queen picked up for her son, which to me was wrong. They should have just divorced and go their separate ways. But Princess Diana was a very hurt person. But she didn't do what Meghan Markle is doing. See? So the soul of Princess Diana, I'm sure she's watching on and smiling. All she can do is just look around, look on. Because what she couldn't do, Meghan Markle is doing for her. So there are many more secrets And that short period of time that Meghan Markle was living at that house at the Royal Palace, there were plenty news that spread. Like I said, Meghan Markle ain't no easy thing to play with. I'm sure she's very bossy, controlling, dominating, like many of you women out there, and some men as well. But she's not finished. The problem with that is, by the time she's finished with Harry, Harry will not be the same. You know, he was a young, lovable guy growing up. Everybody would say he was childish, he was doing mischievous things, he was living life, and people loved that part of Harry. Where did that happy-go-lucky Harry go? Where did he go? You barely see Prince William smiling. That's because he's going through a deep depression. There was one video a while back that he tried to touch Kate Middleton's shoulder and she brushed him off. She did it quickly, like she moved her hand, she moved his hand. They can't stand, she can't stand him. But again, there are many secrets behind closed doors. Prerna Tupdeo, Rashida Khan, and Sheila Sunset says Diana was loved by all. Of course she was, and she still is. The most beautiful woman that ever lived in the world, but she was so humble. I'm telling you guys, look out for more secrets, a lot more secrets. Not just in the palace, but also secrets in the Vatican. Not that Meghan Markle will release those secrets from the Vatican, but because of the planetary alignments of Saturn and Jupiter and Venus's relationship, you all are going to see secrets being spilled out just like that. You all will be shocked. There might even be secrets about me, you never know. Don't be shocked. I'll tell you before. But there'll be secrets here in, the government, so on, PNM, UNC. There are many, many secrets, but nobody will be able to protect those secrets. Nobody. It has to come out. There will be secrets about how religion was formed. There will be secrets about Israel, about Germany. There will even be secrets about Hitler. Many of you, I'll give you one idea. Many of you will say that Hitler, he committed suicide. He and Eva Braun committed suicide. That's not true. Many others will say that he escaped and he went to Germany. He went to Argentina. I don't believe that's true either. Hitler was a sick man, was sickly. He was dying of, he had a sickness. So I believe he died right there in Germany. But they had to cover it up now. Another one would be Osama bin Laden, where they said they recently found his body. That was like 2005, 2006. I don't remember. But he didn't die then. Osama bin Laden died right after, or 2002, after the bombing at the the Twin Towers. He was sickly. That spirit, that soul, had to play his role, but he couldn't survive. And another secret is that many of you may say that Queen's mother passed away, or certain people passed away. There are ways that, with not just magic alone, but ancient techniques where they can create new skin. You probably say stem cells, but it's beyond stem cells. They can actually make people live for thousands of years. How come people a long time ago used to live for 1,000 years? You see those monks and those karate movies, you'll see people, 1,000 years, 2,000 years. Well, underneath the royal palace, there are secrets, another earth, I would say. And underneath that earth, there are people living that supposedly died so many years ago. All right? That from underneath that palace, one can go straight to the Vatican with So Shelley D. Ramkalawan, faithful child, a fear. I didn't see your message, so what's the question that you wanted to know? Oh, Tupac. Is Tupac still alive? I don't believe Tupac is still alive. Why? There were many, that kind of game, there were a lot of murders taking place, the ghettos. They say Tupac is alive and some other people are alive. but people were getting shot left, right, and center. I believe it was in the 90s, especially. So if he's alive, hey, that's great, but I don't see that. Another person who is still alive, though, is Saddam Hussein. Oh, yeah. Many of you thought that Saddam Hussein was captured because, Saddam Hussein, like many of those politicians, will have a double. Saddam Hussein's double was captured. Saddam Hussein is still very much alive, living underneath, the Saharan desert and so on. There's a kingdom underneath there. There's fresh water flowing like a whole planet. Eventually, nobody would be able to live in the Middle East. I told you all that because of the dust plumes and the Saharan dust, nobody will be able to live there. But Saddam Hussein is very much alive. Do you know who passed away? Kim Jong-un. When was the last time you saw a video or a live thing with him? Kim Jong-un he traveled a long time. He went to the other side a very long time ago. Oh yeah. Those are some of the secrets that you all should look out for about certain things. There are many other secrets, and Mr. Trump is holding that until he's ready to release some of them. I won't tell you because you will be like, oh, you're talking crap. But I can't tell you either because I'm already dead, Sushant Singh Rajput. Danila wants to know about Sushant Singh. Sushant Singh was this actor. I guess he was a soap opera star in India, a very famous soap opera star. He did not commit suicide. That actor actually was murdered. There is a what you call, like how you call it again? We said the mafia. There's a mafia in every country, and there was one with the movies, the Indian Hollywood or Bollywood movies, especially with the Bollywood movies. The question is, why did they take him out? What secrets did he hold? See? Now, we're coming back to Meghan Markle. It will be surprising to see if they will actually take her out. I doubt it. They may actually leave her to run free. Because with Diana, they had to take her out because the kind of secrets, it wasn't about just, oh, this one sleeping with that one and this one having an affair. It had to do with secrets from the underworld. Secrets about aliens, secrets about how the world will run, how the world will be, operating. Secrets about reptilians. Many of you say I talk crap about aliens, but you all will see it soon. Oh yeah, that's the kind of secrets Diana was coming out with. So she was a threat. This other one, Meghan Markle, she's out for revenge. All because nobody liked her because she was manipulative and possessive and all of those things. It's revenge. All revenge. Eventually she may come out and say, well, I saw a reptilian, an alien, or she may say I saw a hybrid. She may even say the Pope, he can change into something else. She may actually say demons exist. But by that time, nobody would like the woman. They already don't like her. But who cares, right? Because all secrets, every single thing is going to tumble down. Every single thing. I see the time is almost 8 o'clock, and I love to take calls from you all because going kind of late is kind of hard, Yeah, Alison Borders. Yeah, I mean, many of you saw signs of she would do this and clench her teeth like her mouth, her lips when Oprah asks her something. That's because it's right there, but she wants to hold it for another time. Sita Carter, I hope you're watching. And Andrew Balai, I know you are grieving with your grandma and so on, but she's fine. Tracy and Victor, Margaret Chun, Richard and Kim Butan, Ronald Barley, Parvati Jabbar, Shanti Jaikaran, Nadine Sands, Donna Pitcher, Avinash Suraj, Beulah Lopez, and Lawrence. It's always a pleasure visiting you all. And also, I want to say a special thank you to a young lady by the name of Trisha Bachan, who works at Vemco. They supply butter and stuff like that. And she actually got us some butter recently. Yes, it was expiring. It is expiring soon, but listen, it's still good for 3 to 6 months. And you would not believe how people were so happy for that butter. If you're working for a company and you have expired goods sitting on your shelves and you want to get rid of it, we know real people, a lot of people that who can use these products, and we are willing to pick them up. And like I said, we give you the names and so on who's receiving. So once again, to Trisha Beecher, thank you so very much for your love and your support as well. All right. So as I said, Meghan Markle, I keep saying revenge. She wants revenge. And I say to you all, many of you also want revenge. If somebody hurts you, don't go looking for revenge. Don't go looking for revenge, because that's not the way to go. What happens is that you will actually go with that on the other side. Many of you will have to come back many times over before you learn your lesson. Maybe Meghan Markle was born for this role, to bring them down. Maybe that's her job. Who knows? But I'm telling you all, watch out for more, because there's a lot more. If you notice, she's keeping her family secrets and her family out of it, because she's not out to hurt her family anymore. She's out to hurt the monarchy. And she said something about her sister. I don't remember her sister's name, but she says, look at her. She even changed her last name to Markle. Samantha. Yes, somebody said Samantha. And Samantha Markle, because Samantha got very famous after Meghan Markle got famous too. But Meghan is not talking about when Samantha took care of her. So that type of person has a lot of psychological issues. And many of you suffer from the same thing. Instead of becoming more spiritually inclined, I will show you, I this, I that, and, that's not healthy. To think bad thoughts, to degrade somebody else, that's not healthy. You don't hear me talking bad about the government, whether it's the opposition or the one right now. I don't say anything about anybody. That's none of my business. Many of you say, well, what do you think about Kamala, or what do you think about Rowley? Listen, I don't know these people personally. And like I said, if I do a body analysis on them, body language analysis, I barely do it. I will probably give hints so they can fix it, so nobody else could see their weaknesses. I really don't want to do it, because all too fast, right? Or they like to mind people's business too much. Omati Singh says that her father will sell her out. Her father already sold her out, and her sister and her brother also said, oh, you watch Meghan. She's not an easy person to deal with. They try to warn people already. But like I said, Harry is gone. Harry is like some of those men married for 30 years. They see what hit them, but they have to stay right there in that marriage. As bitter and as angry as they are, and even if they find the love of their life, they are so terrified, they will not leave. And they will grow old together with that same wife, but they will live in a body bag. They will never leave because of the fear. And Harry is actually afraid of Meghan. She's very possessive, very controlling, and she's not done yet. Like I said, I bet you anything she would yell at him behind the scenes, as she yelled at her staff members. She's not easy to work with. You all may say Mr. Trump is not easy to work with either, but Trump is much easier to work with than Meghan Markle. I'm sure she's good at goofing off and skylarking, but don't mess with her. Nobody should cross that woman's path. All right? So Stella Lachman Barrett. Sandra Mahade wants to know if someone's destiny can change. I believe so. I believe someone's destiny can change. Listen, I wanted to change my destiny, to tell you the truth. I don't want to be sitting here. I would prefer, be lying, like everybody else, having a family like everybody else. But this is my destiny. I chose this now because at first I didn't want to. I wanted what everybody else had, a normal life. It would have been nice, right? Like some of you say, oh God, it was raining all day yesterday, sister. And many of you message me and say, oh, I wish I had a boyfriend, or I wish I had a... And I'm like, What's wrong with you all? Yes, it's raining, but go get drink a hot cup of chocolate tea. All right. So anyway, I don't know what you mastered, Rishi, but good luck with that. The number to call Sarah Bulbul, please be our admin for the night and put out the number to call. It's 1347-445-9778. Shanti Singh Ori says, I hope Harry leaves her. Oh, he will never leave her, you know. It has something to do with their intimacy, you know, or sex, you know. Harry is now bounded by her. That is her property. You have to understand, it's the same thing like I said about men. When women get their hands on a man like that, guess what? It becomes their property, nobody else's. Like I said, the man could go out and play the field, but he comes right back home to the wife because he thinks she loves him because the way she would operate with him. One minute she will fight with him and she will want to kill him and choke him to death, and the next minute she'll say, oh, you can't leave me, and I love you, and you will never find a woman like me in your life, and it's the best thing that ever happened to you, and you better know it. Oh yeah, there are women out there who knows how to play that game, and it's scary. Many a time, the men would be turned off, and they would actually become mum. They won't say anything in the relationship anymore. They would actually be quiet, and the woman would be like, so why are you not saying anything? And they would poke them, you know, to get information out of them, provoke them, as they say. Ellie Dupont says it's sad, but this is it. This is Harry's karma. He can change his destiny if he wants to. When everybody was talking to him, all his friends, you know, he brushed off all his friends, all the people in the military, and all the people that he grew up with. Harry has no friends. His friends are who Meghan Markel tells him to be friends with. Look at the wedding and the amount of singers and so on. Did you see any British artists that really made a difference for their wedding? It was Meghan Markel. She called the shots. She said that Kate Middleton made her cry, but that's far from the truth. She probably made Kate Middleton cry because she could be like that. And Sandra says blind love, but is it really blind love? Stupid love? He couldn't talk that because you have to understand it's a manipulation technique. When everybody was saying, Harry, leave that girl, she's not for you, he said, on the other hand, she's telling him secretly, I love you, I want to be with you, I am the one for you. They don't like you, I do. So she's the one who found a way to manipulate him. And her father, brother, and sister warned everybody about that. You all will see a side of Meghan Markle nobody would like. Hey, don't be surprised if she even ran for president one day. She might actually want to become the next pope. That's how strong she is and how much she believes that she could change things. Because she will. Yeah, but Ellie, if everybody's telling him the same thing, he cannot listen. You all don't understand. When a man is like that, he may think he's in love. Do you recall for the wedding, he pulled his hand away and she kind of like did a kind of, you know, her lips overturned and she bent her head. She grabbed his hand and he dragged his hand away from her because that's not what he wanted. He knew. He actually came to some realization on that wedding day that this is not the woman for me. But he had no choice but to go through with it because at that point it was too late. He could have walked away and said, I'm done. But he couldn't. Navras, that's not strange that her mother doesn't say anything. If she wants to be on Meghan's good side and wants to financially benefit, she better not say anything. That's how easy it is to understand. Oh, good point, Rishi. Good point. So let's take this first call. Oh, by the way, just one question. Don't come up with I want to know about myself. And I have this to do and I want to do that. Be specific, one. And two, one question. Hello, good night. Hello? Okay, I can't hear you. You have to either turn up the volume or turn down the volume in your Facebook app. What's your question? Hello? Try to call back because it's difficult. WhatsApp messages only. Sarah Burble, thank you so very, very much. And, you know, thanks again to everybody who continues to support our charities. For Easter Sunday, we will be going back to Fishing Pond with toys and snack bags and so on. If you would like to sponsor anything, we have toys. We have enough toys. We should be okay with the toys. But if you want to sponsor a hamper or some goods from a hamper, like I said, we don't ask you for the money. Or you want to sponsor some snacks, thank you for that. And we continue to give our hampers right through the month. We don't have to advertise it. You know, you all know we have a track record already. So we don't really advertise where we are going and what we're doing. You know, Shivratri night we were out. Friday night we were also dropping out off stuff. Parvati, you guys, thank you very much for the corn and all the goodies. So many families benefited from that. You would not believe. So Parvati, farmers from Arena Road, to Jonah and Shivani and Talish and Varish in Granby side. Thank you also very much as well for your love and your continued support, and Rohan too. And also to Mukesh and Saira and Amir, and also to Rhoda. Thank you for your love and your support, your continued blessings, and to so many of you. Kader says, is Michael Jackson still alive? I honestly don't think so, but I could be wrong. I don't feel he is, because he too had a lot of secrets. He was keeping a secretive life, you all know that. Poor fella never got a chance to grow up, and he lived in a different kind of bubble. But I don't see how he can really be alive. I mean, he had too many enemies, because he had too many secrets too, you know. Jenny, thank you for your blessings, my love, but I'm waiting till when I cross over. I don't want anything in this life. You know, it's too much. My heart now goes out to so many people I see struggling to maintain life. Is JFK Jr. still alive? You know, I didn't really check that. I have a feeling he is, but I'll go into my meditation and I'll let you know. All right? WhatsApp calls only, please. No, because it's a New York phone, of course. And I'm in Trinidad, by the way. I'm not in the US. I'm in Trinidad. Hello, good night. About your health? Oh boy, I'm very tired. I feel like you're being drained, and you feel like you're going to pass out. You don't feel well at all, and there's some problems with acid reflux, acid situation here. All right. Do you feel a lot of pain in your chest area?
Yes.
Wow. Do you cough? Do you have a cough sometimes?
In between.
Yeah. There's something going on with your lungs, and you do need a cleansing. You know, like herbal cleansing, green vegetable juice. My advice is to stay away from cheese, eggs, milk. All right. Try to keep a clear diet. You know, plenty coconut water and so on. All right. Good luck, because I see you feeling really, really sick, like a lot of problems with your health, a lot. All right.
Yes.
All right. Good luck, my dear. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sarah.
Sita. Yeah. You can tell us where you're calling from. All right. So, I know if it's Trinidad, and which parts of Trinidad you are. Right. No dairy products, Rishi. None. Hello. Good night.
Hi, good night.
Yes. What's your question?
I would like to get a reading.
For yourself?
Yes, for myself.
Frustration is starting to seep in. It has to do with work. It has to do with life in general, where everybody's going through depression because of COVID. But I would have to tell you to be careful of depression. That is standing out more than anything else. All right?
Okay.
Yeah.
What about my health? Anything?
Okay, so like I said, one question. Now, when people are depressed, obviously, their health will take a turn for the worst, right? So, again, Anna Mangre, good night to you too. And John Samaru, of course, my son, I love you very much. And to all those that are celebrating a birthday, happy birthday. Very, very happy birthday to you. And to all of you in New York and all over the world, thank you very much for your love and support. If you want to find out more information about our charity or anything, message Red Chariot. Sarah Blumer, you're like an admin. Thank you very much. Denise Gayadine, Sitaram to you. Sitaram means just a blessing. For those of you who are not Hindus, it's just like Sitaram, good night, blessings to you. It's just a simple greeting, all right? And it's from the god Ram and Sita. So we always put the female god first, like Lakshmi, Narayan, because we give praise and thanks to women, right? I Ramdev. Yeah, I will go back tomorrow and the day after to read some of these comments. Again, the number only WhatsApp would be 1347 445 9778. All right. What? Alison Harvey, good night to you. We were supposed to do a program together, but then COVID came and happened. But I'm here, girl. If you, whenever you visit, you're welcome to come to my house home. You're very welcome. Hi, good night. What's your question? Sitaram, what's your question?
I would like to know about my spirituality.
All right, that's a good
About my
question.
spiritual life.
That's a very good question. Even though you are moving up spiritually, people don't take you seriously, right? They think you're
Yes, true.
they think you're sometimes too loud or boisterous or too agitated. Sometimes you can rub people the wrong way when you're in person, and your own family, they will say, you know, try harder. They will probably try to put you down, right? My advice with your spirituality, some parts of it, it's true. Sometimes you could be a little bit too loud or you exaggerate sometimes, and you just need to calm down. Okay?
Yes.
You have a very good aura. You're very kind-hearted, and you believe in helping other people. So you're also very compassionate. And I like that about you, because what I'm seeing is a heart filled with gold, a heart filled with lots of flowers. And I love that. All right?
Yes.
All right, so continue on your spiritual journey.
Sure, no problem. Thanks very much.
You're welcome. Take care. Hi, good night.
Good night, sister.
Good.
To get you the number of my prayers.
You have any relationship issues?
Yes.
Yeah. And sometimes you think about a child or children in your life?
Yes.
Yeah. There would always be issues with that relationship. I can't tell you what to do in terms of leaving him, but I see a lot of issues with both of you. Fighting, jealousy. He's very jealous of you.
Yes.
And does he hit you?
No.
Okay, because did he ever tell you he can't take you on anymore? Like, he's just frustrated and fed up?
Yeah.
So I don't know where are you calling from? You don't have to give your name, but where are you calling from in Trinidad?
Sanfilando.
Okay. I see you to be a beautiful woman. Like, you're very pretty, very attractive, and therefore he would have insecurity problems.
Yes.
And
True.
you are already your mind is turning from him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a young child under 5?
Yes, I do.
So that's one of the reasons you're trying to stay in the relationship?
Yes.
Yeah. Try to be quiet, I mean, he wanted a beautiful woman, he got you. But now you have to convince him, that you're with him. But I feel like your mind is already turning.
Yes.
Like, nobody could say anything to you to make things better. But eventually I see you leaving.
Okay, sister.
All right? Good luck, because I feel like, girl, like things are really bad, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. How old are you?
25.
25. Yeah. Try not to provoke him. Don't answer him back and abuse him. Don't insult him, because sometimes you can be very insultive. Am I right?
Yes, you are.
Don't insult him. You are asking for trouble.
Okay.
Try to be calm, please, and don't become your mother.
Okay.
Like, bossy and old face and all of that. Please try to remain calm.
I will do.
Okay?
Yes.
All right, my dear. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Wow, I feel sorry for you, girl, but you know how they say we don't choose our men wisely. Mr. Dipchan is a man. His wife chose. His wife passed away a few years. Mr. Dipchan Sitaram to you is a man who still grieves for his wife, who passed on maybe a year or two ago, and he messaged me now and then to tell me how he's missing her so much. I wish there were more men like you, Dipchan, because there's so many good men out there, But this girl, I'm sorry to say, but let's take this call. Hi, good night.
It's okay. Greetings, Sister Devi. How are you?
I am good, and where are you calling from?
I'm from Virginia.
Virginia, and how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Alrighty, what's your question?
Just wondering, what can I expect for the month? Going through hard times now?
Yeah, well, financial difficulties?
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, the world, we are all struggling, financially. Everybody's talking about that, difficulties. You are very good with money, though, because you know how to spend. If anybody knows, it's you. So I admire you for that. So you know how to cut back already, because I see you eating a lot of pasta.
Yes. Yes.
So that's good. I wish Trini people, is your heritage Trinidadian by birth or no?
No, Caribbean.
Caribbean, okay. So yeah, that's how we have to learn, right? We have to start to cut back, and pasta is one of the cheapest things out there. So continue doing what you're doing, but don't have any fears, because I see you moving, wanting to move from where you are.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Is that something you were planning to do?
Yes.
Yeah.
What about jobs?
Job, you will still be able to get a job, but you need to work on it and also work on your resume. And you're a very nice, loving person. You're very kind-hearted, and people see your personality and they fall in love with that. All right, so you'll do pretty okay. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great time, my dear.
Okay, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So you see, there are so many lovely people with great energies, beautiful, powerful energies. Some have like roses in their hearts, compassion. Some have so many great qualities, so many of you with beautiful auras. And that's what I loved. And you know what? I feel so privileged that is people with beautiful energies that are calling in. Hello, good night. Hello.
Hi, Sister Devi.
Yes. Good.
Sitaram.
Sitaram, namaste, my dear. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Trinidad.
Where in Trinidad?
Trinidad area.
Okay, what's your question?
Can you tell me where I will get a job and when?
One of the things with you on jobs is that when you sit for an interview, you don't focus on the interviewer. So you're supposed to be looking at the interviewer, but you're twitching. So you've been through a few interviews and you never got called back, right?
Correct.
Yeah. You need to start practicing in front of a mirror, because your body language, interviewers, like I was talking about body language, I wouldn't hire you because you show many weaknesses in that. You're sitting opposite me, your eyes will be fluttering, you will be winking, and you would probably use the word or Those are things you need to pay attention to, and interviewers will not hire you because of those little things. You have to be secure, feel secure, have faith in yourself, and you don't. I bet you anything that you're not happy with yourself, the way you look or the way you dress. Something is always wrong. Not so?
Not really.
Not.
And for the interviews, I actually get called back and always in the final selection, and I never make it. So I do pass the first stage, I do test, and all of that. So it's like when it comes down to the final two people, I'm never called back. This has happened about 3 times.
3 times too many. If
So I'm trying to figure out.
3 times too many, and Alice says you need to work on that. You need to work on your body posture. Even though you got called back a second time, you have the degree for it. You have the education for it. But to me, you're failing because of your body language. And you need to sit upright and you need to believe in yourself. And there's something about you sometimes you don't feel secure.
Okay.
All right, so good luck with that.
Thank you so much.
You're
Have a good
welcome.
night.
You're welcome. Good night. Take care. So you see how, we all have to work on our body posture. Many of us may slouch. I slouch. But when you're sitting opposite me, you won't see me. Maybe I'll bend forward to give you my responses, depending. Hi, good night. Hello.
Hi, good night. How are you?
I am good. Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hi, I can hear you.
From
Canada.
Canada.
What's your question?
I just would like a reading.
One of the things, you're very young, of course, but you are always on your phone. You're always probably texting or watching pictures or what have you. And you're zoned out a lot, like you forget. Not so?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know somebody like that, actually. But a lot of you young people these days are concentrating on the phones, on your iPhone or Android or what have you. And you can't, so my advice is to actually, focus on some things. Do something other than being on the phone all the time. Do something different, All right? I think I lost that call. I do apologize. But you're a nice person, by the way, the last girl from Canada. A nice girl. It's just that nobody will take you seriously. Just grow up. Again, the number is 1347-445-9778. Like I said, please don't call me or text me after this. I answer no phone. I'm going to look for some more chocolate to eat this hour. Hi, good night.
Hi, good night. How are you?
I am good. Where are you calling from?
Brooklyn.
Alrighty, what's your question?
Just a general overall reading for me.
You're very tired, sometimes frustrated. Sometimes you lose your patience very easily. You feel like an energy in your hand, or you feel like the strong energy. That's because of your awakening. You feel that you have that spiritual energy about you. There's something very deep and very powerful about you. But you're okay.
Thank
You're welcome. But start working on that spiritual side, because sometimes you let the world get to you. Stop reading so much about the news and stuff like that too. All right?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So good luck with your
Take care, Sister Devi.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you. Take care.
Okay. Have a good night.
You too. Bye. Hi, good night. Okay, like I said, so many calls. There was one thing I wanted to touch on briefly, if possible. Many people, and I wrote about starvation and famine and all of that. Many of you are taking it for granted, what I am saying. This past week, like I said, on Shivratri night, we were dropping off hampers and stuff like that. And there was a family that the man is sick. I'm not going to call his name. He has 2 teenage children and a wife. Nobody's working in that house because he's not well. And it's not like he doesn't like to hustle. He's a hustler. He lost his job, but he's always hustling. So people like that, that's who we like to help, is people who are trying. But the thing is that we have visions, and this, you don't even probably need to be a psychic to see this. Many houses will go dark. Many people already cannot afford to pay their light bill. They are debating whether it's their light bill or their children's education. All right? And it's definitely the light bill, right? You need to have light. Unfortunately, a lot of parents now cannot choose education now because they can't afford it. Even though it's homeschooling, they can't afford the internet bill and the electrical bill. And these people, they're like, and not just them, but a lot of people are going to lose not just power, but will not have enough money to buy food. And it's just a lot of struggling, you know. Like I said, even with our charities, we used to get a lot of support before, and I understand that people still, you know, but we are not getting as much as before. So even our charities are suffering like other organizations. Their charities are also struggling. But cherish the food that you eat. Cherish the stuff that you have, because soon it will all be gone. If you can afford to boost your children's immunity system, you know, your body, go ahead, buy vitamins. Make sure their energy is good. Their immune system is strong. All right, because you know children are the first to suffer. Also, if you have teenage children and young children, don't wait for somebody to bring something and then you all will come out. Tell your children, come and help. Let them know how hard it is. Let them know how important it is to help, to be part of this. If you are struggling and you have an 18-year-old, you may have to say, hey, you have to go get a job, because I can't do it anymore. I'm sick. Your mother never worked a day in her life. And most mothers in Trinidad, they really never worked a day. They don't know the first thing about interacting with people on the outside. So I have a lot of mothers on our list. Sister, where do I go look for a job? What do I do? When they go out to pack shelves, they are so terrified. You know, so many people now are coming up to cooking food, you know, and selling food. It's not a bad idea, but how much food are we going to purchase? Sharon diagram, you can, from experience, China prices are rising. Flour, pretty soon we won't get any flour in this country. We won't get the goods. I want you to cherish it. Stop buying old crap. You know how I always say, don't bring anything and give me if it's not fruits or you know, like food that I can eat or give away. If you want to give me a gift, don't bring me no picture and no emoji. I have enough of those. And I thank you very, very much for it, but I don't need any material things anymore. Just give me something I can give to other people as well. I can share the wealth or share the joy, share the love. And I thank you all for your love and your support. Someone actually gave me a gift certificate for massage. And I was like, yes! Those are the kind of things I live for. But material things, I don't want anymore. They are not important to me. If I can't help humanity, then it makes no sense I'm here. I'm trying to do as much as I can. You too, you are trying. Rachel Kansami, thank you for your love and your support. And to Andrew, to so many people who still drop off a little bit. A little bit is better than nothing. And that actually can build a big hamper. We normally don't give money, but if I get a vision, and let me tell you something about that same family for Shivatri night. The night before, I got a vision to give them some money for their light bill. I don't give money because you don't know who to trust, as they say. And I got a vision that not just that night alone, but since last year, I got a vision that this man is a very prayerful man. And he has faith, and he put all his faith into God. And his children also, he have them praying, his wife also. And this man believes so much in God that he says, Lord, I know you will protect me. And through the energy field, I get that vibration. Give them some money. And that's how, we put together a little change and we see, well, that's what I like though. That's how visions go. If I got a vision of giving money and I didn't, I will be punished. Why am I holding that money? I will lose more than that. And next week, if I remember and if you remind me, I'll share a story with you about why I don't hoard anything, especially money. Many of you think, the more money you have is the happier you will be. That's not true. I lost a lot of loved ones, a lot of friends, a lot of family because of that evil thing they call money. If you give it to us, it goes in front of the gods, let the gods bless it, and then we go out and we buy groceries. I don't benefit. What do I need? I live a simple lifestyle, as I told you all. I don't have a car, and I don't want a car. I just want to be happy, and I want to see you also happy. I also want to see that you become spiritually inclined. spiritually uplifted. Because that's what it's all about. It's not about hoarding things. Devi Thomas, thank you for your support. Bella Angel, thank you for your blessings. It's because of your prayers, we are able to do what we are doing, I'm telling you, without you guys, we would be nothing. It is you who inspire me to come on here every week, every Monday. Shiva Davar, thank you. So it is you who help us to awaken us. We need each other. Rishi tried to somebody send me a car. Why? I ain't gonna drive it. If you want to come and drive me around, no problem. But where I going? If I have a car, let me tell you, I will find myself by the beach every time I leave that house. I'm supposed to go buy groceries. I'll go buy my groceries and just go by the beach. There's not too many places to go in this country again, especially with the amount of potholes. Every time I would have to fix the shocks in my car. Come on, really? Or a flat tire? I don't think so. I try to take it easy, take a walk, go for a walk, walk around. I like doing that, So my dear friends, I want to take this opportunity again to thank you for sharing your hour and a half with me. And as I said, we're going to chat again soon, next week, Monday. Praise the Lord. Priya Prasad. Gomati Raghubar, we will definitely see you Easter Sunday. To you and Dolly, thank you for the mask and so on, children's mask. This lady, Dolly, she's a retiree, but she still sews masks for us. To Amy and family, thank you very, very much. To Mukesh and family, Sally Samaru, thank you for your love. Champa Chameli, to you and Maureen. To all of you, have a blessed night. And let us remember that Om Shanti Om, we are peaceful souls. Doesn't matter how we sing it. We can sing it in a soca, in a reggae, in a meditation. Let us remember that peace is within us. Doreen, good night to you. Greta, Ramlogan, Sita Carter. And you all will see us around. We will promise to continue doing our charities by the good grace of God. Afia, good night to you. Let's dance tonight. Rachel Pam Sami, it's your birthday. Sing along. Patricia Rich Mohan. Come on, you guys know this song. If you are from the Caribbean and you one of the countries, the islands. Like yesterday. Friendship gone. Nandi? Never. Yeah, it's true, eh? Aaron Super Sun. This is a song by Lord Shorty. Om Shanti Om.